Okay, so on to the next track / performance, that is, of Sarah's Melodic Wings, 535 December mini-series. We started off with Hosier, To Be Alone. That was quite a beautiful song. I suggest you go back there. If you're only joining us now, go back to the very first one of the series and watch from there. Now we're on to Damien Rice. Actually, funny enough, someone has been asking me in the comments, when are you ever going to do Damien Rice? Like, nobody knows this guy. I think we did one or two before, but we haven't done much Damien Rice, so I'll give you that. And this is called The Box. Never heard of this one before. Thank you so much. There's a message here from Sarah as well. My all-time favorite Damien Rice song. I think one of my favorite Damien Rice songs was the one with that he was like holding the balloon, and that balloon was flying over, and then the balloon shattered. The kids shot it with a slingshot. I can't remember, but that Damien Rice that's even if it was Damien Rice, I can't even remember. Anyway, let's carry on.
This is a song about getting out pieces of wood, nailing them together, and then gluing that and taping it all up, and then putting sort of elastics around it, and so it sort of bends in, and then crawling inside that sort of wooden frame, and trying to be normal.
Yeah, I was like wondering what? Like talking about wood pieces. Although I was getting what he was talking about, that wood piece with the elastic and sort of being boxed in, right? And then like in trying to be normal, we can see where he's going with this. Let's go.
And trying to be normal. And then one day waking up and realizing that you had put all of that stuff on and had been living with it for years and had no idea how to actually get it off. Well, don't give me something to hold in my hand, something else to believe in.
I've never seen him live, by the way.
'Cause I'm old.
Or reacted to any of his live versions.
And your reason for wanting to stay, your reasons for wanting to change, my reasons for everything are done to you. Well, I have tried, but I don't fit into this box I'm living with. Well, I could go wild, but you might lock me up. And I have tried, but I don't fit into this box you call a gift.
I love the way he's delivering this. It's so powerful the way he's delivering this. So yes, basically he's literally talking about that box that you get put in by society. All right. And then sort of not only do you get put into that box, you then get constricted inside that box because there's more and more and more pressure on you to be somebody else as opposed to being yourself. All right. And it's crazy how that's actually changed in society today, in the sense that we all thought we were kind of in boxes, societal boxes. And then now with sort of this progressive movement, you think like, okay, well, we're breaking out of these boxes, but it's not. All society is doing is putting you in another box and telling you that that's the box you should be in. The only difference now is that if they put you in that box and you fight against that, right, they label you. They literally they'll shun you out of society, and they'll be like, no, this is how in order for you to be yourself, you've got to be what we tell you to be. That's how it is. Specifically today, that's what we're telling kids today. In order for you to be unique in yourself, you got to follow the trend of everybody else on social media. What everybody else is doing on TikTok, that's you being yourself, all right? So it's not you being your authentic self. Still, once again, society is once again molding you. All they've done is they've said, okay, so we've taken you out of this box, which was a conservative box, all right, before. that it has its pros and cons, sure, right? But instead of like fixing those kind of things, no, we just put you into another box that's even more fucking radical. You know what I mean? So like we're just being switched around from boxes to boxes, and then we just keep getting constricted as human beings, right? I actually kind of feel like you want to get out of your box, grow up. At the end of the day, when you get to your 30s, 40s, you'll very quickly see what sort of box you were in. And, you know, at least you'll have the mental capacity, the developed mental capacity to actually break out of that system, right? Some people don't break out of the system at all, essentially. They'll just be like, you know what I mean? But I tend to think that, you know, when you get to 35, 40, you tend to not give a fuck what people have to say. You don't care whether how many friends you have. You know, you break out of that societal box that you're being stuck into. Not everyone does, but... you do get a lot more clarity the older you get, put it that way. That's why they say, you know, wisdom comes with age. Let's go.
When I could be wild and free, but God forbid, then you might envy me. So don't give me love with a notebook of rules, 'cause that kind of love's just for fools. And I'm over it. And my reasons for walking away, my reasons for wanting to change, my reasons for everything our love's with you. I have tried, but I don't fail.
And I guess it can come from all angles. It can come from a societal angle. It can come from a family angle. It can come from a relationship angle, right? All these different people want to see you in one box or another, right? They want you to comport yourself in a certain way. And if you're not comporting yourself in that way, so you can have a good example of that is you can have a girlfriend that's very out there and wants you to comport yourself in that way. She wants you to be that extroverted kind of person, but you're kind of an introverted person. So she wants to put you in a certain box. You come from a conservative family that's very quiet and introverted as well. And that's where you come from. And now if you lean more towards your girlfriend's sort of demeanor, then your family goes against you. And if you go lean towards your family, your girlfriend goes against you. Everyone's tugging at you, trying to put you in different boxes. And then there's society and friends and all of that that tries to put you yet in another box. So it can be unbelievably constricting in terms of like, where do I find myself in just being me? When do I break out of this and just not give a fuck what people, if you don't like me, don't like me. If you don't want to be with me because I'm this way, well then get the fuck out. Right? If your family doesn't want to accept you the way you are, then unfortunately that you're going to just have to deal with it. It's fine. You don't want to talk to me, don't talk to me, but you can't. Do you know what I mean? That kind of thing. And then it can be crazy. And it's a battle that specifically young kids struggle with. You know what I mean? It's a very difficult battle for them. You know what I mean? Especially when they're not given the tools to be strong and anti-fragile about it. You know what I mean?
I tried, but I don't fail. To this box I'm leaving with, where I could go wild, but you might lock me up. I have tried, but I don't fail. Into this box might envy me.
That's a powerful line. I could be wild and free, but God forbid you might envy me, right? Because everybody else is in their boxes, right? So if I decide to be wild and free, not only will you envy me, it'll come to the point of jealousy where you'll actually disdain me, essentially, right? Because whoever's living out their full potential, right, you're going to get that pushback from society, because specifically today where society hates competence, do you know what I mean? And loves mediocrity, right? So when you live your full potential, right, society looks at you and they start envying you, and it becomes quite sort of like toxic to a certain degree in terms of how people will start talking behind your back and shit like that. You know what I mean?
I could be wild and free. God forbid, then you might.
Amazing song. Absolutely love that. That is a beautiful, and the live performance is actually a beautiful little performance there. Anyway, you guys let me know what you think down below, and I'll catch you on the very next one. Peace.